Okay, we'll get started here in just a second. Thank you.
Also.
All right, it is 5:30. We will call this Board of Works meeting in order. If you please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Treasurer Price, we can call roll.
Present.
Present.
Mary Yates.
Present. The minutes from the December 2nd, 2024 meeting have been presented for review. Are there any additions, subtractions, or corrections?
I have none. Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All right, hearing none. All in favor of approving the meeting minutes for December 2nd, 2024, signify by stating aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carry, and I'm also an aye. Motion carries 3-0. 3-0. All right. Next item is the claims for the December 16th Board of Works meeting totaling $1,507,482, or let's see here. $1,050,748.24. Is there a motion to approve?
It's at $1,507,048.24. Yeah, 10507,482.
Well, on the agenda, the comma was off. But Julie, did you have the?
7,507. What do I have? It's $1,050,748.
Yeah, there's an extra.
You're right.
Yep. So that zeros. So $1,050,748.24. Is there a motion to approve?
Yes.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the December 16th Board of Works claims? No? Okay. Hearing none. All in favor of approving the claims for $1,050,748.24, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Motion carries. All right. So first item of business is we will need to set a year-end closeout meeting. We set the common council meeting for December 30th. It would make sense for us to do it the same night if you so choose, but their meeting, I believe, is at 6 o'clock. So we could have a closeout meeting like we are now at 5:30 or whatever the board so chooses. So
I think December 30th at 5:30.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
okay. All in favor of having the 2024 Board of Works closeout meeting on December 30th at 5:30 p.m. signify by stating aye.
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 I'm an aye. Motion carries. The only business item we had tonight was so the CCMG 2023-1 project. Obviously, we had several hurdles that we worked through. With those hurdles came additional expenses, and I have Dave Buck on Zoom to kind of just give a brief description of why we had to do the additional supplement for those charges.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. Never like to go over on inspection time, and we try to estimate as best we can how long a construction project is going to take. But that was done back in December, the spring of 2023, and we hadn't even had a contractor picked yet, or selected by low bid. the contractor on the Indiana and Union Street project did go over by quite a bit, several months from their completion date. And we did what we could to limit the amount of time that we were out there, but they did need a little bit more direction than we really originally estimated as well. And so at the end, this was the amount of additional hours of time that our inspection team was involved in helping manage the project for the city. So I don't know if you have the supplement before you, but our original agreement, we estimated the construction inspection would be $68,000, and we went over that by about 13,800, plus some additional mileage. So given the amount of time, additional time that it actually took, instead of finishing in November of 2023, which we originally estimated, it didn't wrap up until November of this year. So some of that was weather related, but a lot of it was just execution by the contractor. So going forward, we need to do a couple of things. Definitely work during the construction contract to make sure the contractor is on site and has good project management on site. And I think too, there's a nuance here. Typically in construction contracts, we can assess liquidated damages for things just like this, so that the contractor's ultimate contract is deducted by some amount of liquidated damages that are assessed typically per day, that they go in excess of the substantial completion date. That helps the city recover costs from damages such as this, or just general, disruption to the public, having maintenance traffic and detours in place for a longer period of time. But with this being a CCMG project, it's been our experience and the cities too with NDOT that they will then take that reduction in the contract as a savings in CCMG expenses, when it's really not. It's all of the CCMG money is being spent on the physical improvements in the project. This is a contractual obligation between the city and the contractor. But unfortunately, NDOT doesn't recognize that, and they would expect to see 75% of that money back at the end of the contract. So it doesn't do a lot of good for the city to not be able to see that fully be reimbursed through the contract from the contractor. So we need to find a way to protect the city in that regard, should this happen again in the future.
Would that include us? Obviously we have the language and all the contracts that's written within the CCMG through NDOT. Would that be, Miriam, would that be a separate portal or a separate contract that would be through the city with the contractor instead of it being through the CCMG and then NDOT and the contractor?
That kind of depends on what the CCMG contract is about. Normally, I would say it would be a separate contract.
Okay. Yep. And this is so we visited several, the charges that we have are there, but ultimately we had to keep an extra eye on a lot of things, which at the end, the project turned out to be a nice finished product because of the additional inspections and some things that we had to have changed. So to make sure that we have a nice finished project. So it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, the project is now in compliance standards to what NDOT specs are and certainly to what Butler Fairman and Aaron and all of our expectations were. So, okay. Dave, do you have anything further?
I don't. We'll work with Miriam on what type of mechanism in the contract or standalone would make the most sense, whether it be a bond or some other type of strategy and pay item that would not basically trigger an additional reimbursement to NDOT should something like this occur in the future.
Okay. Miriam, anything further? Okay. Do we need to just vote on this obviously it's going to go in front of the common council as well. Do we need to have an action item on this evening or just discussion?
And it's up to you whether you want to go ahead and vote on it. It's my understanding is you have no problem with it, and it's written for Board of Works signature. So if you approved it and want to go ahead and vote on it, that's fine. And then just run it through the council at the January meeting too.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Where are we going to pay it out of? Which fund?
Superintendent Lyons is going to pay it out of, he mentioned to Julie.
Take care of it. So
Okay.
I have to get the exact number.
Yes, and the question is, I thought he was going to pay that out of this year's budget. So if we present this, we'll present this at the December 30th meeting that way, because Aaron said he did have funds to cover it for this fiscal year, so. Is that okay, Miriam?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were waiting for a response from me. Yes, that would be a good way to do it. And that way you can get it on this year's business.
Okay. Okay, any other questions, discussion? Okay. All in favor of approving the additional supplement number 1 for CCMG 2023-1 in the amount of $14,650.70. Moving this to approval for the common council on December 30th, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. Did we make a motion?
I don't know if he made it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Is there a motion to approve? Let's go back. Is there a motion to approve the supplement in the amount of $14,650.70 to present to the common council on December 30th?
Motion approved.
Second,
All right, I have a motion, and a second. All in favor of approving the additional supplement claim in the amount of $14,650.70 and presented to the common council on December 30th, signify by stating aye.
aye.
And I'm an aye. Motion carries. Dave, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll get with you. We have a signature page that's going to be needed, so I don't know. We can handle that at the common council, which will be the 30th. So,
Okay.
okay.
Yep.
All right. That is all we had for business. Any board comments?
I don't have anything.
Clerk Treasurer Price? Gunner? Nothing? Okay. Public comments?
Yes, Mayor, I just wanted to share Thursday evening from 5:30 to 8, our Delphi Main Street along with Delphi Opera House is holding a Christmas tree walk and holiday shopping. So you can stop by the Opera House and that Santa's gonna make a stop. There'll be some Christmas trees again that you can walk around the square and see, and then there's about I believe it was 16 plus different stores that are offering either some different specials or so just to stop in and do some holiday shopping. So Thursday, 5:30 to 8 on the square.
Awesome.
Okay,
you.
very good. Thank you. Any further public comments? None? Okay, here none. There's just one last motion.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, signify by stating aye. And I'm an aye. Motion carries. Board of Works is adjourned at 5:41 PM. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.